What a beautiful planet. And to think, we get to call this place home. It's amazing. You know, it's a shame when we think of all the technical advances that we've created to make our life easier. I mean, to think that it would end up costing us our health. And that's the very thing we need to enjoy what we know as life today. And here's the worst part. It's totally inescapable. I mean, we are in fact today living in a toxic soup. And in it, everything that is essential to our sustaining our life has become infected with these chemical toxins. Listen, it's really simple. As humans, we must first have clean air to breathe. So come on, take a second, take a deep breath with me. You ready? Let's go. Did you know that the EPA has reported that over 24,000 facilities are responsible for releasing up to 4 billion pounds of toxins into the atmosphere? And it's estimated that the US has over 82,000 chemicals, but only 25% of them have ever been tested for toxicity? Sheesh, what about our food? Is it safe? Man, we know we have to have food because we need the nutrients and vitamins in order for our bodies to grow and heal itself. Well, the fact is that 83% of all hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken, and turkey is known to contain DDE. And DDE is a chemical byproduct of a pesticide known as DDT. Oh, and there are a couple other chemical compounds that they use to cure our meat, such as ham, sausage, bacon, and cold cuts. Man, these things have been directly linked to cancer in both lab animals and humans. And guess what? They're still using these things. It is so sad when we think that over 75% of processed foods on our supermarket shelves contain GMOs, and that GMOs are genetically modified organisms that are deliberately put in our foods, and most of them have already been registered as a pesticide with the EPA. Look, here's the truth. There is no escaping these toxins. I mean, even if you said you were just gonna stay in your house, they'd find you. Let's face it, if you're like most people, you like taking comfort in the fact that you think your home is a safe place. And it may in fact be safe from the murders and killers that lurk on the outside, but the real killers, they're already on the inside. These toxins are working constantly and silently. They're in plain sight and they don't have to hide because you don't even see them as an enemy. In fact, you're the one that invited them in. Now, here's what I mean. The average carpet releases over a dozen toxic chemicals that are capable of creating disease. And most people never even give a second thought to the oil cans and the paint cans and the insecticides and pesticides that are under their cabinets. And these things expel toxins into the air all day long. And did I mention the fact that your lotions, deodorants, fragrances, soaps, plastics, cookware, all of these release toxins into the air and they're easily absorbed into the body? I think with all of this, there's only one thing we should be asking ourselves. Could this repeated exposure to these chemical toxins be the link to our nation's 400% increase in heart disease and the 500% increase in cancer mortality rate? And since we know that most of these chemicals are highly carcinogenic, should we really be surprised that cancer is the leading killer amongst our children? Not to mention the incidence of autism, ADD, and ADHD, and the fact that they're all constantly on the rise? Whew, listen to this. Here's a piece of information you're never going to hear on your local news. Did you know that the average newborn comes into this world with almost 200 different chemicals and toxins and pollutants already flowing in their bloodstream? Let me wrap this up. Here's our message to you. If you're alive on this planet today, then unfortunately you are toxic. And the toxins that are in your body cause illnesses that limit the quality of life that you can experience and ultimately lead us to an early death. So, if you intend to maintain your life at its highest quality in this world today, then you will need to do two things on a regular basis. First, you will need to reduce your toxic load. And by that I mean you will have to become conscious about the toxins that you're inhaling and ingesting into your body. And then you will need to detox on a regular basis. My name is Wayne Wilson. This is Healthier Living for You. We'll see you on the healthier side of detox.